Disney has been struggling more and more these last couple of years with their film and TV divisions, and now it's looking like things are finally starting to catch up with them because we got this news being reported on right here from that Park Place that says Disney is actually laying off hundreds of employees in both those divisions as well as their finance division of the company. Disney hit with major layoffs as hundreds cut across film, TV, and finance. The Walt Disney Company has initiated another significant wave of layoffs, impacting several hundred employees globally across multiple divisions. According to a new exclusive report from Deadline, the cuts are affecting key assets of Disney Entertainment, including film and television marketing, TV publicity, casting, development, and even parts of the company's corporate financial operations. Now, before I get really far into this, I just want to make sure I say that Disney as a company employs something like 250,000 people globally. So several hundred people losing their job isn't necessarily a significant amount for the company as a whole. But when you really think about it, if they're actually cutting people as opposed to adding more people to their company, then it suggests that at the very least, they're moving in the wrong direction. The latest rounds marks the fourth wave of staff reductions in the past 10 months. And according to the report, it's the largest yet. While no full departments are being eliminated, the scope of the cuts across film and television is described as roughly equal. The majority of affected employees within Disney Entertainment Television are based in Los Angeles. So this does seem like it's an ongoing thing for Disney to try to restructure the company of how they're currently operating, which, like I just said, if that's what the company's doing right now, that's usually a sign that what they have been doing in the past hasn't been working, because if what they were doing was working, then they would at least maintain that. And since they're changing stuff around and restructuring, then it means that they understand that things haven't been going good for them. The restructuring is part of the ongoing cost-cutting initiative led by CEO Bob Iger, who returned to the helm of Disney in late 2022 and immediately pledged $7.5 billion in reductions across the company. Now, let's all be real. He never really left the company. He just kind of figuratively stepped aside, still maintained his office at the Disney headquarters, and by all accounts was the one actually calling the shots. And they basically just let Bob Chapek take the fall for everything that was going on bad with the company. Then Bob Iger comes in and he can kind of get somewhat of a clean slate. But since he's been in for a little bit now, there's really no way he can go continue to blame Bob Chapek for all the company's issues. So they're just trying to do something now in order to save not only the company, but also his image. The plan resulted in the elimination of 7,000 jobs in 2023. The newest wave is further evidence that the company's aggressive streamlining strategy is far from over. So they've already had a bunch of layoffs. That wasn't enough. They're laying off even more people. What's particularly notable about the latest development is the timing. Just last month, Disney reported better than expected financial results for Q2, fueled primarily by its theme parks and sports divisions. Operating income in the direct-to-consumer streaming segment rose sharply, jumping $289 million year over year to $336 million. I mean, this isn't anything unusual for Disney. They've always made more of their money through their parks and experiences. So saying that that's the continuation right here is to be expected. Disney, a lot of people focus on their entertainment divisions like film and TV and other stuff like that, but that really has never been their bread and butter. It always has been the theme parks and other experiences like their cruise lines. At Disney's April shareholder meeting, Iger emphasized growth in the company's experiences division, particularly theme parks, claiming that new jobs are being created to support expansion and increased demand. The public optimism now appears to be in stark contrast with the reality behind the scenes. What doesn't help Disney is when you have high-profile people working for the company coming out and essentially saying that Disney Plus is dead. Now, obviously, there's a lot of nuances to be had with this, but if you think about it, when Disney Plus was launched back in 2020, they were saying that by the end of 2024, they would have reached profitability with just Disney Plus alone. And so far as I can tell, they haven't actually done that. They've said that they've reached profitability on their streaming platforms, which includes Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus. And this was following the acquisition of Hulu. Now, I would think that if Disney Plus by itself was profitable, then they would be saying that. But since they haven't, that leads me to believe that so far Disney Plus hasn't been profitable. And we've seen the subscriber growth to Disney Plus has not really been that great for them either, which is forcing Disney to try to find some other ways to make more money from the current subscriber base that they have on Disney Plus, which includes hiking the prices, which they've done several times over the last couple of years, and also creating an ad-supported tier in order to try to gain some money from that. After all that, they still haven't actually reached profitability for Disney Plus as far as I can tell. So that just means that there's going to be future price hikes or other things right there in order to try to get more money out of the current subscriber base for Disney Plus. Obviously, if they hike the price, some people are going to drop off of it. Disney's probably hoping that the people who stay are going to be the ones who offset the losses from the people who are going to abandon ship after all the price hikes. This isn't the first time in recent months that Disney staffers have faced sudden layoffs. So they've done this the last couple of years, which again just kind of goes back to the idea of what they're doing as a company has been working for them. Then they won't be laying off people, because if you're on the right course, you're not going to change. Basically, you're not going to change the course you're currently on if things have been going good for you. I mean, unless they just want, I don't know, a challenge or something like that. So things have been going bad for a while. And right now, just having them cut jobs in the past and restructure in the past, and now they're doing it again, kind of comes across as them scrambling in order to try to fix an issue that they have. This does talk about how this is not just relegated to Disney. Other companies within the entertainment sphere are also experiencing job losses and restructuring, because the landscape is changing with a lot of the streaming competition and people abandoning cable in greater numbers right now. So this is a growing thing for them. You would think that they would have had the hindsight to understand this, because this isn't like a new thing. We've seen this coming from years down the road, but Disney apparently just hasn't been able to position themselves adequately in order to withstand what's coming on, or have actually shape their company in order to try to make things better. I think that was what they were trying to do with Disney Plus, and what they've been doing with Disney Plus hasn't been working for them. So now they're trying to figure out what they can do that actually makes it work for them. With more cuts reportedly looming, questions are swirling about what Disney's long-term entertainment strategy truly looks like. Despite strong performances in theme parks and incremental streaming gains, its core entertainment divisions continue to bear the brunt of restructuring efforts, and that's because it's the thing that really needs to have the most effort in order to fix it. The theme parks divisions, just their experiences in general, those are, I'm not saying they're fine, they're having their own issues on hand, but they've been going pretty good, and I think they're going to do well enough for the short term at the very least. I even know that Universal's Epic Universe going to take away some business from Disney. I don't think it's going to be enough to necessarily cripple them. I still think their parks in Orlando is going to be the most visited theme park in the world, or continue to be the most visited park in the world. So they're still making a lot of money from that, but their entertainment divisions definitely been lacking, and that's something that's been pretty obvious for anyone who's been paying attention. I was asked about this on my last Saturday live stream, whether I think Disney's going to go under or anything like that, and I don't think that's the case for them. What I compared it to is I say it's not like as a company, if it was an individual having to struggle with which utility do they pay off and which one are they going to allow get cut off because they can't afford to keep both of them on. I don't think Disney is like that. What they are is a company just living paycheck to paycheck, so to speak. They have some investments or they have some cash on hand, but they're just kind of eating into it each month. So they have to figure out like, okay, we need to cut our costs in order to try to maintain stability. Otherwise, we're just consistently eating into our savings each month. So what are we going to do? And I think that's kind of what we're seeing right now. And they're hoping that these layoffs and restructuring will make it so that they can make more money through their entertainment divisions. We'll just have to wait and see if these new strategies actually pay off for them, or if they're going to just have more job losses in the future. And I think that's probably going to happen. And we're probably going to, this isn't the end of all this, but let me know what you think about all this in the comment section below. And also, if you haven't already, make sure you click that subscribe button if you want to stay up to date with the latest entertainment news. And don't forget to click that like button and share this video out there, because it really helps out with the channel. Thank you.